You threw up an awful lot in this movie. I mean, you set some kind of...
The lines were horrible. No,
you set
kidding.
some kind of record for on-screen, maybe you and Linda Blair or something like that. Is there some kind of a technique for... I mean, does Stanislavski have anything to say about throwing up? How do you get into it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you think of all the horrible things that have happened in your life, and you try to get rid of them. No, well, I think, as you notice in the film, you never actually see me in the throes of the deed.
Never gets real graphic.
You see, no, it's not graphic.
Yeah. But you were sick for about 3 days.
Yeah,
there
I was. Yeah, traveling through Oregon and
the caterer must have loved you. Right. Let's talk a little bit about your character, Phoebe O'Hara. What makes her so tough, or is she as tough as she seems?
Yeah, I think if you're going to be a cop today, this is a woman who, prior to this assignment, worked in Vice, a person who deals with people who think it's really fun to sell drugs. You have to have a certain toughness inside of you. So, yeah.
And what's the other side of her, though? There's a softness under that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, she's hypoglycemic. She's eating all of the time to keep her levels up so she doesn't fall asleep. Engaged to a chef, which is probably one of the more brilliant character turns. And so she goes back and forth, between, having to do her job. And when she does her job, she's quite focused and a no-nonsense kind of gal. But when she's off, she's really off.
Somewhere you said that Ivan Reitman created a sense of play on the set.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
He did. He's not a director that... He expects you, of course, to adhere to the text, but he also expects you to bring the flesh of your character. Had it lived on the page, it wouldn't need to go on the stage. And so it's our job to be a vehicle for the written word and also bring as much texture to that as we can. So in a situation, a new incident may come up, so wouldn't it be neat if we tried this? Or, well, once in a while it does have to do with a line, what if I said this in conjunction with what's already there? And he was open to that, and if it worked for him, because it is his film, he would always let you try that, and that's heaven for an actor.
I would think it would be heaven if you have a director you can trust.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody you're a little bit iffy about, you talked about constantly walking that line of going over the edge, but knowing that he was there to pull you back.
Yeah, he would pull me back like this. Get back here.
What's the best part of your job description? What's the most fun for you about the process of making films?
Probably, and it doesn't even necessarily have to do with film. It's being an actor. And probably the best part of being an actor is when you are freed up enough, when you rehearsed well, you're freed up, you trust the space you're in, you trust your director, the actors that you're working with, and you fly. You just go. The words move through you. You aren't thinking about hitting this mark. You aren't thinking about where the camera is. You go. You are the person you are portraying. And if you're really, really good and you don't lie to your mother, you get it once in a while. But it's what keeps you coming back. It's a really exhilarating experience. If you're in a theater, you can feel it in the whole house. You can feel it on a set when you're doing a film, when someone hits that stride. It's like a horse. When they go past the gate of a gallop, and then the horse just seems to fly through the air. Have you ever seen that? It's gorgeous. Go to the track sometime and you'll see it. It's really stunning. That can happen to an artist.
Is that feeling that you get, is it dependable, or does it ever fool you? Is there ever been a time where you thought everything was just going, wonderfully, and then when you saw the final product, you thought, what happened? What went wrong?
No, I think that there's a barometer inside of you. This doesn't happen. This feeling I'm talking about doesn't happen. Yeah, there are times when I thought, oh, that was pretty good, and then I see the film and I go, no, it wasn't. But no, what I'm talking about is a whole different thing. There's a wonderful story about Olivier where he was playing Hamlet and he hit that stride. And this is a story that actors tell a lot. And he hit that stride and he came off stage and people were saying this was transcendent. this was magic. This is why we come here and why we do it. And Olivier was so despondent. He went to his dressing room and he was just like, you know, head in hand. And someone came in and they said, "What is the matter with you? This was such a brilliant performance." And he said, "Yeah, but what do I do tomorrow night?"
It's a great story. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.